Okay, being homeless is really hard work. I've been reading this book, and they talk about the American dream, where people feel that hard work is rewarded with good pay and the benefits that follow. But for the past 30 years, we've had to work harder to achieve the same American dreams that our ancestors have through the 1900s. And we have to revise the American dream, and how the economy can operate. We know that there's a huge rich and poor gap, and the middle class is being affected and all that. And, but I feel that I have to work hard because it's not easy sleeping out in the cold. Okay, I've taught myself to sew, so that's a homesteading skill. I use my Speedy Stitcher, and I'll adjust to whatever body parts get too cold for the conditions, and that's not easy. It's not easy sleeping outside. Although it was a lot worse in Wisconsin because the temperature could fluctuate 30 degrees in a 24-hour period, whereas here it cannot. I also have to work hard at looking at alternative health measures since I can't afford the hospital. I came across some interesting information like using spider webs will help heal wounds. I seen that on 1000lifehacker.com. So you put that spider web in if you cut yourself, and I'll use that information. In a way, it's you could probably call it more work smarter, not harder type of thing. But I find myself digging. I'm not the smartest guy, so I have to just continue to dig for information. I have to find avenues I can try to manipulate as best I can to keep my head above water. I have to accept cheaper foods, and the hard work about that is digesting them. You know, even though I get 195 a month, I still have to budget. I can't just buy delicacy foods every day. I haven't eaten any cooked foods in a while. I have to choose the cheaper foods. It may look like quite a benefit, but if I want to make that budget last, I got to stick with the dehydrated foods, and that's practically like eating dog food every day. All right, I focus on that type of thing, stuff I can keep in the car and then rehydrate. And it's hard work for my digestive system because I got my moments. So there's that. It's the food, shelter, clothing. I'm just trying to put it all together myself based on information I collect from other people who contribute to the internet. I just have to find that good information. I'll say right now that lifehackers.com, the 1000 Lifehacker, has been very interesting. A lot of great ideas have come out of that. I've been submitting every so often on the other channel, like the suggestions from Lifehacker, just recording them for myself. It's just a way to help me remember. It's like taking notes in school. I'm learning from a Lifehacker. So it takes a lot of work. I mean, I gotta plan to park my car for long periods of time. I cannot just conveniently drive everywhere. I have to consider walking a mile to get somewhere to save money on gas. Even though it's cheaper, my food budget is probably 80% of my income. I mean, it's such a terrible ratio. I can't consider any other expenses. So there's a lot of stuff I have to consider to keep my costs down, so I can ride this out as long as I can. how long can I keep this up? But it's definitely it's a different kind of American dream. Just trying to keep my head above water.